I'm gonna be filming a quick Q&A about like my art and my film and all that jazz, because like I think it's pretty interesting considering my entire life consists of art and music and jazz and stuff like that. How long have you been into music? I've been writing since I was like 9, so it's been there for a long time. Do you play instruments? If so, what do you play? Arguably, I play like 5. I play mainly piano, guitar, I sing. I also play ukulele. And when I was in like 3rd grade, I played viola. So like,
I am the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street.
I couldn't play viola if I tried.
Don't need a gun.
Actually, I can also play bass. If you can play guitar, you can play bass. And I actually prefer bass over guitar, but I don't have a bass, so I play my guitar with bass lines. Do you write and or compose music? I don't technically compose. I feel like when I think of composing music, I think of it as like writing it on sheet music and using like the staff and a bass clef and a treble clef and all this fancy stuff and time signatures. Like I think of that as composing. I do write music on the piano, but a lot of it is memorization, or I basically take a piece of paper and write what note or what key my finger hits in the order that I hit it. That's like my knockoff composition and that kind of stuff, but I do write like lyrics. I write a lot of stuff. Same thing with guitar. I mean, I write not as much anymore because I've been really focusing on my piano. I used to do very simple riffs and stuff. How long does it take you to write? It depends on what the song is. I have some songs that could take only like 5 minutes to write, and then I have other songs that could take up to 6, 7, 8, 9 months, depending. I actually just finished a song recently that I started in like April of last year, and I just finished it in like December because it was written a very specific way with a very specific emotion behind it, and I can't channel that emotion like every 5 seconds like I would for a normal song. Where is your inspiration for writing? My inspiration comes from various things, whether it's a book I read, or it's an interaction I have with someone, or a life event, or an emotion I'm feeling, or thoughts I'm having, or opinions, or just kind of what's going on in the media, or just societal. Like, it's literally everything. I tend to kind of go more dark with my lyrics, not necessarily my sound, but my lyrics I do go much darker. I like to channel my darkness when I write, and that's kind of, it's kind of therapeutic to do that. So my inspiration kind of comes from a darker side, if that makes any sense. My musical influences range from a lot of different people. I don't listen to one specific kind of music, believe it or not. I listen to a lot of different music. I could listen to modern pop music, 80s rock, 90s grunge, EDM, hip hop, or sub-genres of things. I tend to go more alternative rock or indie rock, I guess. I really like that sound. Bands that have kind of, I mean, there's a given. My Chemical Romance is an influence. Recently, Watsky has kind of made me want to write a little bit more. He's made me want to write more intricately because his lyrics are so deep and so just like twisted, and they sound so brilliant. I listen to his music and I just want my music to sound that way. I like the feeling and the impression I get when I listen to his music, and I want my listeners to kind of feel that when I write music. My earlier influences were kind of, it was very pop based. I was a little kid. I'm not that old. So I was into like Justin Bieber and One Direction and all the little teeny bopper people. Musical experience. I'm in a band. In December of 2015, I was reached out to, and one of my friends was like, hey, do you want to be in a band with me and this other person? And I was like, yeah. So we've all been together in a band since then. How do you make the sounds sound good? I kind of like pretend that it sounds good and just hope that everyone else pretends it sounds good. That's kind of how I am with most of my music. I know that a lot of my music is hit or miss because I do write so often, and a lot of it is impulse writing. So whether it's the chord progression that's wrong, or it's a melody or a tune that is very stereotypical or is very unique, that's kind of when I just kind of, you know, I cut that off, then I move to something else and hope the other sounds sound gooder better. Have you ever killed anyone?
Plead the fifth.
Alright, I've got stuff to do, you've got stuff to do. I've wasted my time and you've wasted your time. Congratulations. I'm gonna go. Okay.